It seems like things are changing every single day in the world of precious metals, and the latest news out of Korea is how investors are adjusting to the collapse of the precious metals market, in this case with silver. Let's talk about it as we explore. A dramatic shift is taking place right now in Korea that could have repercussions for the American market as well. In fact, the whole world could be affected by this, by what I'm reading here from a Korean source. People are not giving up on precious metals, even if they can't get it in physical form. That's right. There's a piece here that I found here from the Mail Business newspaper, which is Korea's #1 economic media, that gives us a little insight as to what is happening there. Now, before we get there, I want to first let you know that I got a new order in from some silver that I purchased from Summit Metals. So you're going to want to stay tuned to see what I got here. And let me tell you, I am super impressed with this order. And wait till you see it here later on. So let's get into what happened here, because I do believe in the physical, but I can understand why some folks in Korea are making moves in this case to move towards paper versions of it. Yes, that's right. As silver is selected as the next runner in the gold investment craze, domestic investors are flocking to exchange-traded funds instead of silver bars, which are in short supply. In fact, for a while, and I don't know what the latest news is, but likely probably most cannot get them right now. That market has pretty much been shut down. In Korea, silver ETFs are belatedly attracting attention, but in the United States, funds are rather withdrawn from related products, and inverse products are attracting attention. So, according to the Korea Exchange on the 23rd, individual investors net purchased 17 billion won worth of Codex silver futures, the only silver ETF in Korea. Until the 21st of this month, the net inflow of individual investor funds over 15 trading days into products whose transaction value was only 14 billion won last month. The interest of ants is growing rapidly, with the February transaction price of Codex futures also exceeding 25 billion won. On the contrary, silver-related ETFs listed on the U.S. market have recently been withdrawn from funds. So according to ETF.com, as of the 21st, the $684.5 million, which is about 980 billion won of funds, has been net outflow from silver spot ETF product iShares Silver's Trust. And this is interesting because I've heard that there's been an inflow of actual physical silver, a big chunk of it coming into their storehouses. So this is an interesting development for sure. In ProShares Ultra Silver AGQ, a leveraged product that doubles the silver futures index, $59.1 million worth of funds were withdrawn. But on the contrary, about $8.6 million was a net introduced into ProShares Ultra Silver Short Silver, a product whose bets are on falling silver prices while following the same index twice. Unlike silver, gold still continues to flow in global markets. SPDR Gold Shares GLD, a representative gold spot ETF in New York Stock Exchange, had a net inflow of $3.8 billion worth and $703.4 million to the iShares Gold Trust. A lot of activity there. In Korea, ETFs have only recently emerged as a silver investment destination, but the United States profit-taking sales have already been made, and the flow of funds is mixed. And this is part of the reason why, folks, the price of silver has really not followed along with gold or performed like gold has. But that very well could change, and it is changing in Korea. Recently, the balloon effect of the gold investment craze has led to a surge in demand for silver bars in Korea, leading to a shortage of related ETFs. On the other hand, in the United States, global funds have actually traded various silver ETFs, such as leverage Looking at just one product, SLV's average daily trading volume has reached 23 million shares over the past 30 days, as spot ETFs such as SLV rose more than 20% last year and rose more than 10% this year. Profit-taking sales came out. Now, one other thing that could have a role in this is we're seeing a lot of stocks moving into core accounts. We've talked about, even Jamie Dimon, as well as Berkshire Hathaway, taking a lot of money out, selling out of the S&P, and also as well as other stocks, and likely probably people are doing that as well too. They kind of run to the safety of cash. I think some are fearing that we could see a downturn in the market, maybe even a dramatic one. And if that happens, well, look out, because more than likely this means that we could head for trouble and silver's price could actually fall even fairly dramatically. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen anytime soon, but there are some signs, and this piece here from Korea gives us some insight as to what those signs could possibly be. You never know. In addition, there is an analysis that unlike gold, silver has a large proportion of industrial demand, which may have been affected by concerns about a recent slowdown in the U.S. economy. And that's another thing, too. That's one reason why people might short silver, is because of the prospect of a downturn in the economy means less demand for products like this. Cell phones, that's right. These things require silver, other electronics and the like. So the securities industry is still diagnoses that silver is an attractive investment option and destination apart from the departure of funds. And this is because the downward trend in interest rates has created a favorable environment, and the undervaluation is severe compared to gold. Now, we know that we see what happened with U.S. retail sales and industrial production indicators for January announced that were lower than expected, and recent released February U.S. service industry purchasing managers index and consumer sentiment also shrank more than expected. So this silver, which is sensitive to industrial demand, may have reached concerns and the U.S. economy could slow down. Adding this year's silver has risen more than gold, so the funds may have moved due to the burden of profit-taking and economic conditions. So, there's a lot happening here. The average gold to silver ratio is about 90 times higher. In fact, right now it's about 90 to 1, making silver attractive to low prices, which means it's also a bargain compared to gold. And if we see an increased sentiment bullish on silver in terms of an undervalued asset, well, look out. This stuff very well could go up in price because people are actually buying it, either in physical form or in ETFs. So people get bullish there. They're looking for opportunities. When silver is unloved, that's the time to get in. With things like, higher unemployment and lower economic activity, a downturn in the market, as well as inflation continuing to rear its ugly head, where the value of this keeps dropping, those are signs and those are indicators that we could see an uptick in silver's price based off the excitement. I won't go as far as to call it a squeeze, because there's plenty of silver bullion out there, and I was able to get some physical silver bullion very easily from Summit Metals. I'm going to show you what I got right now. I got these for the very first time, these little vortex bars. I think I do have one other one, but it was kind of a beat-up version from a local coin shop. But these are Scottsdale Mint vortex bars. These are just fantastic bars. Absolutely amazing. Very well crafted by Scottsdale Mint, by the way. I love their lion logo. They are premier in terms of silver bullion in many different forms. You've seen all the different products that they have, from stackers to the stackable rounds to the tombstone bars. And these are one of the latest offerings that they have, and they're just fabulous. I really like these things. I can't think of another word to describe it. Fabulous is the word of the day. Type that in the comments section down below if you think it's fabulous that Scottsdale Mint has these really cool vortex bars. I think it's really neat, and just a way to be able to add to the stack, and they're at a very good price over at Summit Metals. So check them out to cost compare there. But I didn't stop there. I also got a 10-ounce variety. And let me tell you something about this 10-ounce vortex bar that I had was really fearful when buying it. I was scared to buy this sucker because, let me take it out of this bag. I do like that it comes in a nice, really heavy-duty plastic bag here. But this thing, I knew it was going to be thick from the pictures over at summitmetals.com and other places that show them. But I was really nervous. Most of these 10-ounce bars, these struck bars, around the corners here, they tend to be like shaved off or something. It's really strange. Only on one side, and they're really beveled out, and it's not a very attractive look. But this thing is complete, and the bevel is or not the bevel, but the corners look very nice, and they're sharp all across. So very well done, Scottsdale Mint, and I applaud Summit Metals for carrying this bar. This is just a really cool, almost a hypnotic design here with a vortex and 10 ounce. Really like this thing, and this really, really cool. And I may get more of these, but this answers the question as to whether I'm still stacking silver. Yep, I am. And I do think that there might be an opportunity here. If the prices stay where they're at for a while, it might be a good opportunity if the prices were to go up a little bit. But hey, do your own research and have your own understanding of the silver market. I am relatively bullish on it. I still think that we might see at least $36 by the end of the year. But don't hold me to that, other than the fact that I made the call, and I could be wrong. But I don't want anybody to make any financial decisions based off of what I say. You should not make any purchases from any place, including the channel sponsor, Summit Metals, based off of what I say here. Do your research, check it out, look and see what their prices are. See if they have the best deals for you for any given product at any given time, and decide accordingly. With that being said, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel, by the way, because I'm going to do something, well, it's not extra special. It'll be kind of neat. I've got a tube of half-ounce Noah's Ark rounds are coins that have never been opened before from 2012. We're going to open those up when we reach 90,000 subscribers. So if you are new here, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get a prize when I do that video, that unveiling of those rounds that have never been seen, the light of the day, since they were packaged in that tube. So with that being said, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.